What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Christine and this is Conscious and Cute. On this channel I post about zero waste, sustainability, self-care and all kinds of fun stuff happening in my life. So if you're into that, subscribe and stick around. For today's video, I thought it would be kind of fun to show you some random things around my house that I have upcycled and turned into different things. Now, this can be super random, from things in the kitchen that I've upcycled to things in my bedroom to things in the bathroom. So yeah, these are all just kind of fun random things that I decided to repurpose. And yeah, it might give you some ideas to repurpose things on your own, to maybe not throw away things that you've been throwing away. And I really just want to inspire you all to be creative and to think of new fun stuff to upcycle. So yeah, without further ado, here's the video. So the first thing I want to talk about are these little scoops which I saved from protein powder I used to buy. They are perfect for scooping my cleaning supply products. So I use these to make some cleaning supplies and I keep them in these big jars and they work perfectly together. Another thing in my laundry room are these old, I think, coffee or tea pots, and I use these to store, well, they're basically little trash cans for all kinds of different stuff, so I don't always have to go to the kitchen to throw something away that was in my pockets, for example. This is the cat's food and the dog's food, so we keep this up high where they can't reach it. And I also have this old coffee jar which contains my dog's little treats, so they're up high and safe away from the cat and, well, also my dog, but mostly the cat. In this IKEA, I think it's a trash can, but I keep my dog's food in here and I use this broken cup to scoop it up. And yeah, this way I didn't have to throw away the cup because I do still like it. And my dog wanted some food and she was very intrigued about what I was doing here. In this old fruit basket, we keep different types of foils that can still be recycled. So usually these are around food packages and stuff like that, and we bring them to a recycling center when we have enough of it. This little jar used to be a candle jar, but I just use it to safely store my pet's medicine, and yeah, so my cat can't reach it. These are old, I think, pickle jars, and then I painted the tops black, and yeah, these store all of our sugars. And then some other upcycled jars that store all kinds of different stuff, like dried fruits and nut shavings and stuff like that. And they are old jam jars mostly. And yeah, I just have a bunch of different ones that I use to go to the bulk store. And then next to those, we have a bunch of different old Nutella jars that store our tea. Some of these have bag tea, but a lot of them have loose tea already, which I do get at the bulk store as well. And then I just used a black marker to write the type of tea on the lid. Below the sink we have this like document file holder thing, which I didn't really use, and we just use it to safely store our bin bags and our recycling bags, because this way they are easy to access and they're not getting wet or anything below the sink. I'm really proud of these two, but yeah, so one bottle used to belong to my roommates and one used to belong to me. It was shampoo and some skincare, and then I just cleaned off the label and repurposed them for dishwashing soap and hand washing soap, and they just look so pretty together. Look at them, I love it. Yeah. This used to be in my mom's closet, I think, or my dad's closet, I'm not sure, but yeah, it used to be some like clothing rack thing, and we use it to store our fresh produce, which we have almost none of right now. We really need to go shopping. We have some potatoes that have been there way too long. And then this thing is like those little light box things, and we keep the extra letters in an old Yankee Candle jar. So yeah, it's just right beside the thing. You don't lose all of the letters and it looks kind of good, so I'm happy with that. And then another old Yankee Candle jar, but a different type. I have this in the bathroom, and usually it stores Epsom salts, but I haven't gotten to the store that sells them in bulk yet, so I have to refill it. But yeah, usually this would store bath salts. And then this little thing I got from friends, and it usually holds my Lush bath bombs, so yeah. And then this old toothbrush belongs to my roomie, or used to belong to my roomie, and we just use it to clean tough surfaces in the bathroom, and honestly it works great and it doesn't have to go to landfill just yet. These two little containers used to be skincare containers, I think from like the brand Benefit or something, but I thought they were so beautiful and I have repurposed them to store some of my piercings and my tiny little jewelry, and I just keep this in my room. And then another thing in my room is this old wine holder, I think it is, but it's just so cute and vintage, and it's just stores some of my skincare for at night. I showed these two in my room tour, but this is an old piece of stone that I think used to be my parents' house in the floor actually, and then it broke off and I took it home because I thought it looked kind of cute. And then this little thing, I think it's a spice rack or something, but I upcycled it to be a perfume holder, or it could hold any skincare or something. Yeah, it looks really cool in my opinion. I think I should probably clean it with silver polish or something because it looks kind of gross, but I still think it's cute. Another candle jar, this is like a basic one without a lid, but it's perfect to hold brushes and other miscellaneous makeup items, and it looks great on my desk with my other jars. This is a cutlery organizer that didn't fit in my new kitchen drawers, so I repurposed it in my room to store some of my makeup. And honestly, I can recommend this to anyone. This is so easy to store your makeup, and usually your parents have some laying around somewhere that they're not using, or you can find them at Goodwill. Yeah, these are so easy. And then underneath a plant, I have a coaster, like a big table coaster, and I repurposed it to, make sure my floor doesn't get wet when I water my plants, or so that the pot doesn't make any markings on my wooden floors, just to keep my floor safe. I love using these old Birchbox boxes that I have. So this used to be a beauty subscription, which I do not have anymore. And yeah, it's so easy to organize in your drawers or anywhere. This one I really love. It's so beautiful. This is kind of like a random thing, but I have a retainer for at night and it needs to be cleaned, and you do that by soaking it. And I have this old mug that was broken and I keep it in my bathroom just to have something easy to clean my braces basically. And then this old makeup wipe container is perfect for storing those little tooth taps. And then I have a smaller medicine container for traveling, because you don't need that many tabs when you're traveling, and it's just like a little sturdy case to travel with. So super convenient. These pots are so easy. I used to shop a lot and I would get these bags with every order, and I saved the bags, and now I'm kind of repurposing them to store different kinds of small travel supplies that I'm still using up, because these take forever to go through for some reason, but it's so easy to organize everything, and this way I've been really using them instead of just putting them somewhere in a cupboard. I repurposed this little hand gel bottle to hold some hand sanitizer, again with this like liquid form, but this would be something typically you just throw away, and I just cleaned it out and repurposed it from a big bottle. This is my spice rack. So as you can see, I have some miscellaneous random spice holders, and these are all repurposed from old spices that I just cleaned, and I got the label off from the outside. Yeah, and I just filled these at the bulk store, and honestly I would never go back because it's so much cheaper and you don't get so much unnecessary glass and plastic. And then the bottom ones I bought, or my mom bought, but yeah, I just refilled these. I love bulk shopping, and this is again a pickle jar. This family really loves pickles, and it holds some quinoa. Another fun thing is I kind of tried to make my own Nesquik, so it's basically just cocoa powder and powdered sugar, but this is really easy to keep handy when you want a quick chocolate and you're really lazy. And then I also keep ground coffee in an old coffee pot, but it's just bulk coffee that I ground up myself. But yeah, it's a coffee tin which I repurposed into a coffee tin. It's not, I don't know if that's really repurposing, but I'm reusing it anyway. I got so many cute little cups from the secondhand store, or you could use old cups that you don't use anymore to plant your little baby plants in, and honestly these are perfect. My plants are thriving right now. Look at this little guy, it's so cute. I love these. And yeah, I just have a variety of these. There are literally so many at the secondhand store. These two pillows used to belong to my old couch, and I've given them to my dog. One because her other pillow is in her crate, and then the other one because the hairs were coming loose on our couch, but on the floor it doesn't really matter, so that fancy pillow is hers now, and yeah, she loves it, so she's a little bit spoiled, I guess. So before we switched to compostable cotton buds, we had these ones with plastic that came in these containers, and we've basically repurposed all of these containers to kind of organize different screws and bolts and stuff that belong to our furniture or that can just be handy in general. And yeah, these are super easy to store stuff because you can see what's in them, but they're closed anyway. And then we use this old plastic container to put stuff that needs to be recycled. So these are broken electronics that need to be recycled. And then next to it, we also have some empty ink cartridges, which can also be recycled. So definitely don't just throw those away. Those can be recycled. And then we also have a container which used to be a wet wipe container, and we keep old batteries in there. Super convenient actually, and safe if you have children. And then we also keep empty tea lights in this old Nutella jar, so this is kind of like our little recycling center, if you will. In my laundry room, again, I have this old pasta sauce bottle, which I used to get vinegar from the bulk store. So basically, yeah, this is super convenient. Just put the sticker on there and go to the bulk store. And yeah, it stores vinegar perfectly in this bottle. Super easy to use. These old ice cube trays I use to make things like toilet blocks, which I have a blog post about. Or you could maybe use it to make like bath bombs or stuff. So yeah, really easy. If you don't want to use them for your food anymore, you can use them for stuff like that. And then I also use old food containers like this to kind of organize smaller things in my pantry or in my laundry room, like these essential oils. That's just so they don't leak and get sticky. You can save old towels, and then I just repurpose them as towels for my dog if I wash her and she gets wet or something like that. And if they get too dirty, I can throw them away, but right now I'm giving them a second life like this, and I just store them in my laundry room away from other stuff. If you have any plastic containers that are broken or you just don't want to use plastic anymore, you could use them for things like recycling, like I showed you before, or I've used this one to store my dog's food when I travel or if I go to a friend's house or something like that, because it doesn't really matter if it leaks or not because it's just dry food. So here's a bonus clip actually, because someone asked me to show the rest of my hoarder stash. So these are all of the containers in my hallway, and I have a lot of containers in my hallway closet as well. Honestly, I'm kind of ashamed of this, but I just cannot throw these away, so I just store them until I need them. I have some extra spice jars. These jars are the ones I use to go bulk shopping, so these I actually use all the time, and they're handy in my little carrier bag there. But yeah, the ones on top, that's just stash that I haven't used before, and I'm honestly not sure which I'm gonna use it for, but yeah. So that were all the items. I hope you are a little inspired by this and maybe get started into upcycling some things in your own home. If you have some fun upcycled things in your house and you want to share tips with the rest of us, please do so in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed watching this video, please tell me by liking and subscribing. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye!